Alright. Hello. Hello.
Hi. So, I don't know if you wanted me to mention the name, but I'll just say somebody asked for a tutorial on how I did this. Well, it's strange. It's strange because it's kind of, for what reason would you want to do it? The reason I did it is because I'm using a Galaxy S5 phone, which is still like a good, nice, new phone. I mean, not new as far as time. The device, it's just not as powerful as phones today, obviously. But anyway, I got this experimental.mc world. If you go in here and do that, well, I don't necessarily need to do that, but okay, I'll just let Minecraft open because I have to open it anyway. But this is what I did from the beginning. I tried to open the MC world in my file editor. I use File Editor X. It's able to handle a lot of file types, and it can convert like ISO to other stuff. It's like, I don't know, it's not important, but it just showed up as all Chinese characters. So I tried converting it to different like formats, and it was just all gibberish. Yeah, so I just was like, okay. I get a phone call. Hello? They're calling me, scammer. God, every day, all day, they just harass me. Okay, level import. I don't think it did that. Well, yeah, that is how I did it. That is how I did it. Okay, stop being frozen. I'm on version 1.16.0.57. 1.16.057 beta. And so when you do that, it imports it as a world. But if you try to go on the world, it says this: a newer version of the game has saved this level. It cannot be loaded. Unable to connect to world. I do not hit OK because that is not okay. No, that's not okay. So back here in my files, this was okay. So that installed a world. That means it created some folders, and so it installed it, and it creates a Minecraft worlds file. I have my file system browser, you know, this little folder browser. I have it set to display the sort by time. So it's going to show the most recent files at the top. When you're in your Minecraft worlds, the very last world that you saved will be at the top. So this one right there is the very last thing that opened. So I just went in here and I was like, oh, okay, there's all this stuff. There's level name. See, that's my file editor X. That's just the name. Level.dat. I don't think I can open DAT files on this device, no. But in here, there's resource packs. Experimental shadows. And then there's textures, block, and red and blue. I think I just deleted those. I tried it with those on, and I think it was, I don't know, I think it was like shiny. It was making like blue and red light on everything, because this is made to just show a demo. This is not meant to be played. That was the whole thing. This is what I did. Cube maps. So I looked at the cube map, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but it sounds like, well, I kind of do. I mean, I do know what that means, but I don't know in this particular instance. But usually, like, cube map is like mapping vertices or like textures onto a cube. You know, putting the faces onto a shape so you can see a block. So I'm like, why are they all black? I guess that's what they did, but I just want to play it normally. So I think I deleted all of these. I don't remember. But here's the main point. Here's the important thing. When you go into the shaders, this thing called GLSL, that's the actual shaders. It's a bunch of these .h files and vertex and stuff. Very strange. But I tried just to copy this to the resource packs folder and to one of the Minecraft worlds. I tried just putting it in there so it'll be in the global resources. I thought maybe it'll just say GLSL. I'll activate it, it'll be a shader. It doesn't work that way apparently. So I took this whole thing, and instead of it being a world that opens with its own, I'm in a Minecraft world file right now. Each Minecraft world has its own file folder. In the file folder, if you put on resource packs for that particular world, like there's global resources that'll set it for all worlds, then if you edit, you press play and you edit that world, or you just go to edit that world, then you could apply certain resource packs to just that world. If you do that, it will create these folders. It will have one, in your in the world, it'll have resource packs like this, and it'll say whatever. If you have like some other shader, that will be in here as a folder. This shader is in here as a folder. So instead of it being in the worlds, which you saw, it can't open that world because this version of Minecraft is too old. Took this out. I just copy. I go to device, games, com.mojang. Instead of going to the worlds, go to resource packs, and this is where I tried that GLSL, it didn't work, but paste it in here. So now it's in global resource packs. Then if you go back in your global resource packs and you go in here, then you could see what you just did. Then you can go in and mess with these. I don't think I changed those ones. No, see, yeah, you just have to try different things. That's what I did. So instead of getting that error message now, because I'm not trying to open a world, I just go in a world that I already created, and that folder will show up in resource packs in the menu. Now you can click on it and activate it and go into the world. And that's how I did it. That's the whole thing. I don't usually make tutorials like, I usually just say what I know, and off the top of the head, I might have notes if I have like some data or information that's important, like, oh, this many blocks of something, or usually I don't have, I don't write down like a script and a layout and all this. I'm not sitting here on a laptop with like a project open in an editor with folders, and it's like a desktop workspace, and I'm at a desk. I'm just doing this on a phone. And I'm like, you're like, show me how you did that. Yeah, this is how I did it. Then when you go in your worlds, you'll go into the thing you just made. Yeah, sorry, I don't make tutorials. Like I was saying, as long as I could get you to understand what I did, this will be a success. It'll be good. So then that folder will show up in here as a pack. See, it did. It's active. It's not in the My Packs. It's in the active. So when you activate it, that's all I did. Then I have that world. And I loaded it, and it worked. But the first time it had like nothing. It had nothing would show up on my device. So I exited, I closed the game, I restarted my device, I cleared the cache just to be sure of everything. I restarted my device, turned everything back on, went to my like system diagnostics and stuff. I closed all open, running everything just to be certain. And I went back in, I removed some textures and I messed around with some other textures. They're just PNG files. Yeah, sorry if I'm telling you things you might already know. It's just the way I have to explain it. Like, and you might not know those things, but yeah, they're just like certain formats, PNG. You can make them transparent, and like if you wanted to make an X-ray texture pack shader thing. But that's all I did. That's all I did, and that should work. And mess around with the textures and see what happens. Like I said, it wasn't really playable at all. I was in a creative world. I turned my render distance and simulation distance all the way down, and I was getting about 3 frames per second, or 4 or 5, but it functioned, which was crazy. It's like some kind of engine that should never run, but it puts out 2 horsepower. That's insane. It shouldn't do that. Yeah, so that was, hopefully, sorry it took so long to do this like tutorial thing, but there were a lot of things I had to do to make this happen, and now I finally have space. I have these pieces recorded. I have the folder so I could have shown it. And, yeah. Let me know if whatever questions you might have, or if you want to try something, or if it doesn't work, or if you run into any problems or whatever. I will be your tech support, so I'll help you out. Hopefully you figured it out. Alright, this is me, Meta, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye! Bye.